Hello, beautiful soul, and welcome to Rainbow Oracle and my 4-part series, How to Work with the 4 Elements. This is the first part about the element air. Why should I meditate with the 4 elements? Before we talk about how to meditate with the 4 elements, let's start with the question why you should connect and meditate with the 4 elements: air, fire, water, and earth. In spirituality and alchemy, the 4 elements are understood as 4 principal forces that shape our material world and therefore us as human beings. Connecting, exploring, and understanding the 4 principal forces helps us to better understand life and the human existence. By connecting with the elements, we connect with life itself. This is my main motivation to meditate and work with the 4 elements. It's been over a decade now that locating myself with the 6 directions and the 4 elements is an essential part of my daily life. It's such an enrichment to invite the mystical dimensions of the 4 elements into your life. And today we are going to explore some of the many manifestations of the element Earth and ways to connect with this principal force. Close your eyes. What comes to mind when you hear the word air? Air is the breath of life, the most vital element to all forms of life. Air is also the wind, and more dramatic, the storm. The winds of change may put everything upside down in the world and within us. Air surrounds us, but is non-tangible. We see its force interacting with nature, we experience hot and cold air as well as wind on our skin, we see the clouds being moved by the winds and the birds gliding through the air. If you want to encounter the elements, if you want to connect, go out and experience the elements by yourself. Go out and enjoy the warm or the fresh air, the mild breeze or stronger wind. How do you feel with these different states of air? Take this as a homework for this week. The breath of life. A very direct way to work with the element air are breathing exercises. I strongly encourage you to try out some if you aren't already practicing. Breathwork balances and strengthens body, mind, and soul. Every meditation or ritual should start with some initial breathwork. Center yourself by becoming calm and listening to your breathing. Take a moment, close your eyes. Feel the air entering through your nostrils, passing your throat, streaming into your lungs, streaming in and streaming out. Be aware of your body breathing air. Don't judge, just observe. Let your breathing happen. You are okay as you are. There's a lot to be learned by being mindful and observing without intention. Your breathing is a very valuable tool to practice mindfulness in every situation, wherever you are. Breathing love. In my personal spiritual practice, the elements are strongly connected to my chakras. In many practices, the element air is mainly related to the heart chakra. We already mentioned breathwork. Here I'd like to add that its benefits also include a strengthening of the heart chakra. So again, let's take a moment. Focus on your breathing. While breathing as naturally as possible, try to imagine inhaling and exhaling a soft, vitalizing light, maybe in a shade of green or rosé. Fill your lungs and your body with air and color. With each breath, fill your lungs and your body with air and vitalizing color. Feel the energy streaming through your heart chakra. Just observe, don't judge. Speak your truth. In a spiritual holistic understanding, the vital force air not only manifests in natural phenomena but also in the world of ideas. Through thoughts, the expression of ideas and creative processes, we embody the element air. Meditating and connecting with the element air may help you very effectively to work through personal issues with communication and thought processes. The chakra, including our ability to communicate, is the throat chakra, which is mainly associated with the subatomic non-material levels, and the fifth element, ether, which transcends the material world. Air is the element that carries us to higher spheres, where we get in contact with our higher self and guiding forces. Singing and chanting are cheerful exercises to express the airy qualities within you and to liberate your body and mind from unhealthy tension. The concept of freedom and the act of liberation are further central aspects of the element air. Connect with the element air, spread your wings, and fly. For your general mental health and well-being, it's very beneficial to journal daily. Clear your mind by putting everything on paper without judgment or censorship. Get it out of your head. Write it down as freely as possible. If you further want to train and expand your airy qualities, you could join a debating group or, of course, a choir. Working regularly with the qualities of the element air will help you to liberate your full potential and to speak your truth with confidence. Here's another homework for you. Put some music on and sing. Feel the liberating vibration of your singing. Enjoy. Rituals, meditation, and celebration. There are many reasons and ways to perform a ritual or celebration. I'd like to inspire and give ideas that you may use, alter, or dismiss completely. There are no rules besides unconditional love towards all creatures and respect for the cycles of being. I'm a fan of rich, colorful rituals with scents, sounds, plants, and crystals, and also tarot cards or oracle cards and a lot of creativity. In alchemy and traditional European medicine, the element air is characterized as hot and humid. It's expansive and has masculine qualities, quite like the element fire. In the ancient humoral theory, the air-related temperament is the sanguine, a type with a warm, lively, expressive, sociable, but also impulsive and quite unfocused disposition. The zodiac signs Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius are also expressions of the element air. You will find overlaps in a description of these different ancient categories of human nature and potential because they are all based on airy characteristics. Within the human being, the element air is expressed through the mind, our intellect, and communication. The classic tarot deck illustrates the life journey of the mind through the minor arcana with the suit of swords or spades. The swords or the mind are understood as a weapon of defense as well as attack, with everything that this implies. In readings, these cards often highlight truth, clarity, and decision-making, but also reveal conflicts, struggles, and mental challenges. When thought cards appear in a tarot reading, they encourage reflection on our thoughts and beliefs as well as the way we express ourselves. I'm still a student in the field of astrology and tarot, and I'm amazed at how useful the application of both techniques is in understanding and guiding personal processes. Maybe this is a path for you to explore your personal connections with the qualities and topics of the element air. Incense, ethereal scents. To work with the element air to celebrate and explore, you may burn a great variety of incense. The ritual of burning incense includes all four elements, but air plays the most prominent role. In my spiritual practice, incenses like sage, palo santo, or mugwort are an integral part of meditations and rituals, especially for cleaning spaces and auras. But herbs, woods, and resins are much more than just tools for cleansing. First and foremost, the use of incense is a way of communicating with the spirits and the other world through ethereal sense. Meditations and rituals where you invite the element air can have strong purifying aspects for body, mind, and soul, especially if you burn plants that have strong airy qualities themselves. Two quite different herbs with strong air characteristics that I really like are Artemisia vulgaris, also known as mugwort, and Verbena officinalis. Both healing plants have protective qualities with opening and connecting aspects. Varieties of both herbs are being used in many places around the world, not only for spiritual and medical purposes, but also as ingredient in the kitchen. Some more plants with air characteristics, this time mixed with some water qualities, are Salvia apiana, the white sage, Betula alba, the birch, and Populus tremula, the aspen tree. Depending on your location, you could just go out and hug a birch or an aspen tree to connect with their special energy and wisdom. Be open, be creative, have fun with your spirituality. When we add sounds through voices and instruments during the performance of a ritual, it's not only a beautiful, unifying experience, but also draws attention to the element air, which contributes to the creation of sounds and carries the joyful waves through space. Music can always be combined with dancing, or maybe you can try to impersonate a flying bird or another animal. Meditating and working with animal spirits is another beautiful way to establish your very personal relationship with the elements and their specific qualities. Finally, here are some ideas to embellish your altar or celebration space to invite the energy and qualities of the element air. Clear quartz is a great addition of purifying energy that supports mental focus. The colors white and light blue match well, and also glass and transparent materials work well. In addition, feathers, balloons, bubbles, or clouds could be an inspiring embellishment. And special places you could visit to experience the element air are mountains, hills, plateaus, as well as towers and skyscrapers. These are just some mixed suggestions for your spiritual practice. Perhaps you will be inspired to create your own personal meditation, ritual, or celebration to connect with the element air, with your higher self and all the spirits and forces waiting to support you on your path. Mythology. I'd like to end this video with some inspiring mythology that explains the wonders of the world in a poetic way. Maybe you already know the ancient Egyptian deity named Shu, personification of the wind. This is a free retelling of one of the various versions of the ancient Egyptian creation myth. In the beginning, everything was darkness, an endless watery abyss. Only the primordial deity Atum existed. It was lonely, so out of loneliness Atum created Shu, the dry wind and the light, and Tefnut, the moisture, a first divine couple that then gave birth to Nut, the sky, and Geb, the earth. In their early days of existence, the lovers Geb and Nut laid entwined in a tight embrace, their bodies locked together. No space existed, no light existed. The world had yet to form, but couldn't if Nut and Geb were passionately intertwined. Finally, Shu, the wind, forced the lovers to keep apart and to make space for life to exist between the earth and the sky. With great sorrow and divine strength, Shu placed himself between the lovers, lifted Nut high above Geb, stretched her arched body over him to form the sky. Geb the earth was so upset about the separation from Nut, who now was the star-sprinkled night sky, that he cried so much his tears began to form the oceans. And this is how the earth as we know it was formed. Since the separation, each day at dusk, Nut swallows the sun, and each morning the sun is reborn and Ra in his solar bark is allowed to sail across Nut's celestial belly. Through Shu's act of separation, the present world order was born, and from it came all things, including the rhythm of day and night, the gods and all beings, the sky above, the earth below, and air and life in between. Shu the wind created the space, the atmosphere between earth and sky. This was a necessary act of cosmic balance to create the very conditions for life to flourish. This is the myth how life on earth was made possible through Shu, the wind, separating his children, earth and sky. Lessons of the element air. Take a deep breath, clear your mind, speak your truth, spread your wings and fly. This is the first of 4 videos about the 4 elements and how to connect with them through meditation, rituals, and enjoyable exercises in your everyday life. I hope you feel inspired to explore and celebrate life in your unique way. Take what resonates with you and leave the rest behind. If you enjoyed my inspirations, leave a like to give back some love. Subscribe to my channel so you won't miss the next chapters of this series, as well as my oracle readings for the seasonal festivals and my shorts with meditations and spiritual inspirations. Till then, have a wonderful time, you beautiful soul.